Two enemy on bun line! Rapid! Fire!
After 10 years, the war in Afghanistan is changing. The Taliban are on the back foot. These Royal Marine Commandos are pushing deep into enemy territory, seeking out the insurgents who, though on the retreat, remain a deadly force. The Marines know they could be hit at any time, ambushed by gunmen or suicide bombers indistinguishable from the local population. But the insurgents' main method of attack is now as surreptitious as it's deadly. The improvised explosive device, the IED. Out here, every footfall could invite death or serious injury. Every patrol is a dice with death.
It's bandit country out here. The way you think about it is, say you're in a car going down the road. There's 5 of you in the car. You know, your driver, your passenger, and your three guys in the back. One's going to die, one's going to lose his legs, and the other 3 are going to be slightly injured. But you don't know which order is going to come in. That's what it's like when you go out. It is just literally not if, but when.
Coming here, getting close to guys that you're working with are next to you, and the next thing you know, the next week they're not here. It's just the worst feeling in the world.
Whilst facing the threat of guerrilla warfare, the Marines must also win the hearts and minds of the local population. They must assure them of security and a future beyond war, beyond the bombs and bullets. I joined 4-2 Commando of the Royal Marines to tell the extraordinary story of how they moved into a small but vital area of Helmand Province and tried to wrestle it from Taliban control and give it back to the people. Nad Ali North, for years a Taliban heartland. But Royal Marine Commandos have been fighting through the area, clearing insurgents out of their former strongholds. Like this village of Lima, once prosperous, but now derelict, deserted and riddled with IEDs.
Yeah, good to go.
The plan is to get the village on its feet again. But first, the Royal Engineers must clear it of the IEDs.
Firing!
The Taliban will do all they can to disrupt this work, so they must not be given the chance to counterattack. They have to be kept out of the village at all costs. And that's the next job for the Royal Marines. They are being sent to man outposts on the fringe of Lima village, to pin down the enemy and keep them at bay. So, Eddie, what are you up to?
Lima, south of the village, just to go down and soak up some of the enemy in front, disrupt and destroy, to relieve the pressure on the village, so that work can go on in there with no hindrance, basically.
2 Chinooks are taking these men of L Company to the most dangerous of these outposts, a place called Toki. They are to relieve their comrades of J Company, who've been under heavy fire.
What's happening down there? Is it quite kinetic?
J Company have had quite a few injuries, unfortunately, a couple of fatalities. Just going down there, securing it, just defeating Taliban, basically, yeah.
As far as you know, there's quite a lot of enemy down there.
Yeah, quite a few. Yeah, it's been quite busy, so hopefully we get amongst it, yeah.
I'll take care of yourself and see you down there.
Yeah, okay, cheers.
Just 2 months into a 6-month tour, L Company has already lost 1 man to an IED and suffered 5 injuries. So right now, as they head back into mortal danger, they'll be feeling a mixture of fear and excitement. At least, that's what I feel. Because L Company has invited me along. As a one-man band who's trained with the Marines, I guess they feel they can trust me not to get in their way.
It's a short, sharp hop. It only takes about 5 minutes and we're at Toki. That said, it's impossible to go by road because of the IED threat and insurgents in the area. Look out there. It's Mad Max country.
From Loymanda village, we fly just a mile south to the British outpost. Checkpoint Toki is set in a remote farming area in a traditional Taliban heartland. But Toki is no fortified base, just an old farm compound surrounded by mud walls. Ill-designed to keep out the wind and the rain, let alone bullets and bombs. A sort of latter-day Rorke's Drift, with the enemy all around.
They think that they'll only have a go at us if they think that we are vulnerable or they'll get away with it. And that's what it's all about, engaging them on our terms when they think they're okay. The key thing is to try and kill them if we get a chance. That's the priority.
Just for myself.
This area, in the long run, doesn't matter at all. It's just a series of outlying farms, fields. All that matters is turning that village to the north, the Loymanda Clay, into a protected community where there's interaction with the government for the local nationals, there's Afghan security in place, and that will eventually spread out from that village.
The general population around here, the farmers, are they pretty friendly?
No. They suffer a lot from insurgent intimidation. So if they're seen talking to us, within 2 hours, 3 hours, however long it takes, the insurgents will be knocking at their door, and they fear that they're going to get beaten up, they're going to get themselves in trouble, kidnapped or whatever. So always at the back of their mind is that intimidation.
Toki is surrounded by IEDs, and although L Company's area of operations is small, about 1 square kilometre, it's probably one of the most dangerous square kilometres in the world.
Area we'll be working in today, it'll be southeast.
Prior to getting out on the ground, the commandos are given the latest intelligence on the area and told what they might expect.
Like I say, most dangerous points, crossing Mercury, compound 66. That's the previous firing point also. That's where grenades was thrown onto a J Company by Taliban. Situation enemy forces, 2 Taliban was killed the other day. This was fucking good news, but we believe there's two five-man Taliban teams out there, If you do get engaged, lads, I'll go through contacts in a bit. Just go firm, massive rate of fire, and for myself, I'll just take cover, I'll get my map out and I'll try and pin compounds that guys can bring the mortars onto. The main threat will be IEDs. Actions on contact IED, get an IED, be go firm, self-treat yourself if you've got any arms and legs left. I'll call in the helo, so it should be at Bastion, I know, within 21 minutes or whatever, That's it, lads. So,
the threat is not only outside the checkpoint. Tents are pitched close to the walls for fear of grenades being fired into the middle of the compound. Sentries are on watch 24 hours a day. This is Taliban country, remember. Lawless, dangerous. So how many lads have you lost so far?
From our company, we've lost 1 lad, Dino. He was in my troop in the FSG. That was 25 days ago. Another lad in K Company died a few days ago. He was a mate of mine, Fish. And 2 lads in J Company. That's all been within, well, that's all within about 600-700 metres of here. Another bang. The bangs you hear, sometimes, you're a bit like that, shit, what was that? Sounds like mortars. Like one after the other, and usually, like the IEDs, it's obviously one big bang. You can almost feel it here. Yeah, something's going on, isn't it?
Would you rather face an enemy that's firing at you rather than the IED threat?
Every time, yeah. The thing is, you ask anybody out here, it sounds a bit daft, but you're not really concerned about, like, the contact. When you've got 2 multiples on the ground, 24 plus blokes, they'd be daft to take us on. Shitloads of IEDs about. So the thing is here, it just seems like like bomb dodging, which is honking.
Talkie, 1-1 hotel, 3-1 hotel, radio check over. Take care, Kev.
Patrols go out every day. It's important to get out there and own the ground, not only to reassure the locals, but also to intimidate the enemy. But every patrol leaving the compound will have to play what the Marines call Afghan roulette. Every step a gamble, every footfall a deadly risk. At checkpoint Toki, Royal Marines of L Company are returning from their routine daily patrol, seeking out the enemy. Today, there was no contact.
What's wrong with everyone? Stepping on my feet.
Okay, cheers out, lads, good effort. Okay, we found a good couple of firing points there, overwatch for the snipers and all that. So that's us done, yeah. Cheers out, lads, thanks.
Just see him hanging out about 2 seconds.
In between patrols, it's a waiting game. To pass the time, there's not much to do, except eat, work on the six-pack, and keep sentry duty.
This road here is usually mega deserted. The last few days you see a lot more movement here. But again, it's rare you'll see a car. The first time I've seen a car here, we've been here 9 days now. Seen a car. Looked dodgy because he stopped on that corner there for about 5 seconds. Moved in, went behind cover here because the road just moves behind that compound there. There was 4 blokes in the car when they stopped there, and on the way back they only had 2. It could be nothing, but you don't know.
Yeah.
You can't just go shooting up at someone because he's looking at you.
Yeah.
A lot of the time it could just be curiosity, but...
Yeah. So how long are you on watch here?
It's usually 1 hour, but I lost a game of cards, so I had to do 2. I lost to Vicey.
Did you?
Yeah, playing shithead. When you lose, it's not good. I'm hanging out.
So at least it's not the heat of the day.
Nah. Yeah, midday till about 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Redders.
Roger's garage. Lower. Higher. Joe lost yesterday, 2 hours, whatever.
That's why I'm sitting this one out.
All right. What else do you guys play for?
Being a wet bitch, which involves like for 24 hours, every time you want a cup of tea, no matter what time in the night or day, you get shaken, woke up, and you have to get up and put the tea on, get the wets on. Easy tiger, you need to get them off.
How dare you?
Out here, regulations and dress code are more relaxed during downtime. It's a way of keeping spirits up, helping the lads forget the immense dangers they face on a daily basis.
That's the way I roll. Live in the jungle, baby. You've got to wear the rig.
You look like that bird with
Fucking get here, mate! You do know girls are going to see this on TV?
This can pull page 3s.
So, Eddie, 21 years old, first tour in Afghanistan. Is that what you expected?
Yeah, it's different. You come out here, and even though when people are saying it's 90% waiting, 10% war fighting, but it only hits home when you're actually here, and some days are long old days with nothing, and it's a lot of waiting around. And it's you don't really think about it until you're here, and you're like, bloody hell, waiting around. It's been 2 days and I've been sat in this place roasting.
That's
and
awesome, isn't it?
yeah, nothing's happened, which is nature of the beast. But obviously things do happen, and usually at the least when you expect it. So
How many shots you fired this tour? Go on, how many? What's the hit ratio?
hey, I've aimed at 5.
What? Don't aim. How many you fired? 29. 29?
24 warning shots. And 5 fucking gone for the back. 1 confirmed, 3 unconfirmed, one miss.
Fuck off, you hit once. 20%. I'd fancy my chances against you. Oh dear.
Stick her in the tree line. South Sanger. He's dipped behind the wall.
Bloke in the light blue dish dash has come out, he's gone to the left.
He's gone down there.
Did he go to the left-hand side or the right-hand side?
Right inside that entrance right there.
A dicker has been spotted. That's a Taliban scout.
They're not going to fucking use a radio straight in front of us if they know we're going to slot them, are they?
The man seen is a known Taliban spy who reports back on the Marines' movements by mobile phone. And he could be laying an IED right now.
That bloke who just walked out there in a blue dish dash light, and he's just come out there, so the bloke in the white dish dash is behind that fucking compound there, like.
What about him?
Yeah, he's got a mobile phone.
He's got a mobile phone in his hand.
We got any fucking...
Is there any ICOM?
ICOM. That's intercepted communications. Proof that a dicker is transmitting strategically important information and can therefore be shot.
He is calling the call sign of Kamil.
Our own interpreter scans the airway, trying to find the telltale chatter that will condemn this spy to a Royal Marine bullet.
Right.
Do the fucking helmet.
The bloke in the blue isn't the one from yesterday. The bloke in the white is meant to be the one. That was meant to be that bloke from before.
Twice, mate, on that day. He was definitely dicking us that day, like.
He had a phone in his hand.
Damn.
Fucking texting him.
Brazenly.
Boss will go bonkers if he sees me in my fucking pants.
Yeah, Roger.
This is the way I do business.
Right, fucking talking on to that bloke with the phone.
100 metres south of this position, you can see like an entrance to an alleyway.
Little girl. Don't slaughter.
The dickers made a run for it. The trouble is that when he was in the Marine sites, there was no ICOM chatter on the airwaves, which means this time he could not be shot.
Yeah.
Do you want to take over, mate, because you've got the kit?
Yeah, yeah.
If you see him, give us a shout and then jump back up.
Tell me what happened there. What was the excitement?
The bloke that we caught dicking and related him to ICOM about 2 or 3 days ago had just been seen then. So we were trying to get over there to ping him doing it again, which would give us clearance to shoot him, but he dropped out of sight and we haven't got any hint saying that he was on dicking us. But because we know who it is, we were waiting for him to make a wrong move, basically pick him up and then we can prosecute with a shot.
Right. You have to respond faster, don't you?
Yeah, hence why I'm in my pants. I wanted to get a shot off in this fucking rig, I'd be hoofing. Oh well. Another day.
Frustrating for the Marines, in particular for Eddie. His war got very personal just 3 weeks ago, and his best friend, Dean Mead, was killed by an IED.
Marine Mead, Dino, very good friend of mine. I was with him when he died. On the 15th of May, again in Loymande South. It's about 700 metres down the road. And yeah, I was about 3 blokes behind him, 15 metres.
IED.
Morning of the 15th, which was a difficult day, very difficult day. Probably one of the only days where it just one of them. You know what I mean? Can't really explain it. But his memory will never be forgotten, which was a good one. He was a good lad. Did everything for anybody. Didn't have to ask him twice. He was just a nice bloke. Which is a shame his life was cut short, 19 years old.
What's your feeling towards the Taliban?
None at all. I mean, they've just got a totally different attitude to life compared to your worst people in the UK, your scumbags in the UK, are tenfold over some of these people out here. It's unbelievable. And it's just got no emotion towards them at all.
So you have no problem killing them?
None at all. None at all.
Lower. I'll be nice to Vicey.
Paul Vicey, 27 and already an Afghanistan veteran, has had to get used to losing friends.
Out of the 4 fatalities we've had, 3 of them have been close friends of mine.
How do you deal with that? Again, it's just you just got to rub it in.
Yeah, the first one hit me the hardest, to be honest with you, because it's the first one on the tour, and I was in fucking bits for a few days. But it's my 4th tour out here now, so I'm fucking used to it. Then once you've got over it, you literally have got to go back on patrol the same day, sort of thing. So you've got to try and put it from your head and get on with what you got to do.
And that is, not to put too fine a point on it, killing the enemy. Not only the Taliban fighters, but also the Taliban spies, the dickers, an increasing threat to L Company.
think it's just about time we got one, really, you know, because they've been dicking us for weeks now, and we've been around it.
Because these people could be laying IEDs in particular.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't feel anything towards them. You know, I don't care, they're dead. As far as I'm concerned, they deserve it. I mean, if they're cooperating, you know, even if they're flipping just passing information along, they're not exactly the kind of blokes to stop us if we're going to walk onto an IED.
He's asking about the work, how it's going on, how is the work. The other one said that everything is fine and the work is good, so infidels gonna get failed soon.
Infidels are going to fail soon. Fighting talk from the Taliban dickers, now reporting on the Marines at every opportunity.
Babs, Frank, yes, sir. Harry, yeah, Walshy.
L Company has decided to tackle the problem head on.
Yep. Well, lads, prepare for orders for an ambush. Mission. We're going to lay an ambush in vicinity of Yankee 1 Charlie, Compound 13, in order to kill local Taliban fighters and dickers. Have an up out? Cool. If you come on the map, I'll just talk for how we're going to do it. Okay, we'll judge it on the ground, but it's likely we'll push west to this point here. We know they follow us up. From the sort of picture, we know they follow us sort of 2-3 fields back. So hopefully we'll sort of see guys coming out this tree line, or coming out this tree line here, and going into Compound 7 to ask what we've been doing, basically. If we don't get...
The Marines are going to patrol towards known enemy positions as bait to attract the dickers into an ambush. If they bite and are spotted, they'll be killed.
For me, we should have good sort of marks on this sort of open killing ground here. Actions on dickers, as I said before, we need to get that marrying up between the ICOM chatter and us seeing them with the ICOM, or them blatantly dicking us, okay? Let's not just get carried away and start fucking dropping people. I know you won't, but just fucking bearing in mind that we don't want to be shooting civvies. Up that, lads?
3031 out to your radio, check over.
Just shake out now, just so we know where we are. Woods, Pavs, Joe.
It's 6 in the morning, and my first patrol with L Company.
What you can do, Chris, just jump in the middle with me, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be with you.
Yeah.
So we're about to go out on patrol, and the idea of this is to basically lay an ambush for the insurgents, with one part of the patrol drawing fire. They're basically the bait, and then if there is a bite, as it were, from the insurgents, then the others will be ready to pounce.
Are we good to go in 5, lads?
We form up in a line behind the point man, who, carrying a mine detector, will lead us forward.
Leaving 2 minutes, lads.
I'm about to join in a deadly game of chance. Afghan roulette, as the Marines call it.
There's only so much you can do. I mean, this area here, everyone knows it's ID central. The ground is absolutely riddled of them.
Lads, that's as good to go when ready.
I wouldn't say it throws you off your game, but it's a niggling factor in your head when you're trying to, use cover as best you can. But they know we're going to use cover, so that's where they lay their IEDs. Eventually, we are going to set patterns, and sure as shit, they're going to get lucky.
As soon as I get outside, the adrenaline begins to pump. Walking into IED Central, I know that every step forward carries the risk of injury or death.
Start swinging east, lads. Stay well clear of derelict compound.
Okay. Obvious paths are avoided. Established routes given a wide berth. Tree lines, natural cover for the Marines in case of attack, are often mined, so crossing these demands particular care.
Everybody keeping a sharp lookout for anybody watching us, basically, and there's bound to be. We can't see them at the moment, but they'll be monitoring our movements all the way. If we repeat our routes, it's easy to catch us out and lay those killer traps. So every footstep is taken very gingerly, believe me. You do your best to keep in the footsteps of the man in front. And all this in scorching heat. It's about 50 degrees today. I'm carrying body armour and everything else. It feels more like 100 degrees.
The markers for this is going to be white markers.
At every tree line we stop, whilst the point man sweeps with his mine detector, and then lays down markers to indicate the safe way through. But it's never foolproof.
Look to the marker.
Yep. Left of the marker.
It doesn't matter where you are in the line. It may not always be the weight of the first footstep that triggers the IED, nor the second, nor the third. It's just luck, or rather, bad luck.
Go for it.
Some square holes there, lads. Fucking avoid them. Chris, don't stand on those holes, mate.
Roger, ITU.
Back at base, the radio operators and interpreters are scanning the airwaves for any telltale ICOM chatter.
They're watching us, we think, a large part of the time, so they're shadowing us maybe a couple of fields behind, talking on their comms, seeing what we're up to, and it's quite easy for them to pick up on our patterns eventually. I mean, it's important for us to have deceptions, dog legs, keep them guessing and not give them the chance to put the ID in the right place at the right time. It's all about them getting the opportunity to catch us when they think we're off guard or when it's on their own terms. So if it gets to the point where they think that, right, we've got them here, then they'll open up with whatever they've got. Problem with the Dickers, because everyone's a farmer who looks exactly the same as the insurgents. There's a lot of pressure on the lads trying to work out who's who, and as soon as we start getting it wrong, that's when we get ourselves in problems.
Toki, we've just gone stopping to cut the packs on the motorbike hour.
You've got some sort of memory card for a camera or something there as well, mate.
Is all this, or one person?
Yeah.
Obviously don't get your fingerprints all over it.
We come across two Afghans on a motorbike. They are stopped, questioned and searched as a matter of course.
Toki,
If you're a young man in Helmand, this is an everyday experience.
Through an hotel, we've just gone firm. There's two fighting age males here. We're just going to biometrically enrol them. You've probably got eyes on for the...
Biometric enrolment, fingerprinting and scanning the iris.
Just doing that like local population. So if anything does happen in future, we can link it straight back to them. Get any IEDs, fingerprints, anything like that. Okay, we can direct it straight back to these people and just come and arrest them basically.
Yeah, put those down as well. Is this unusual money from sort of Pakistan there, is it? Or?
What's that, Richie?
There's some banknotes from Pakistan?
Yeah. How come he's got them? Where is these pair going?
They're going to Bazaar.
The bazaar, yeah. Okay, yeah. What are they going to buy?
They buy sheep.
You got sheep?
Yeah, they buy sheep.
Asking why he's got so much money on him. Is it all for sheep? Is it?
Sheep is very expensive. We buy the sheep.
That's as good to go, lads.
Innocent, probably. You can never be 100% sure, but there's no evidence to arrest, so we move on. We've been out now for nearly 2 hours, but continue on a winding, zigzagging route, still hoping to attract the enemy and draw out the Dickers. We need to get them talking, and above all, transmitting.
This guy's close.
Finally, they take the bait. The intelligence team's radio bursts into life with the chatter of excited voices. The Dickers have seen us.
They said be ready for them. Don't let them go anywhere.
Charlie 1, on patrol, and they're talking about moving towards the village.
Through an hotel, Roger, over.
Roger.
Dukes, we've got ICOM.
The ICOM is accurately reporting our movements, where we've been and the direction we're going in. We're being watched at close quarters. They can see us, but so far we can't see them.
When you cross this road, you have to cross the left-hand side of the white marker.
I am 4 hours into a patrol with the Royal Marines of L Company. We are moving through hostile territory as bait to draw out the enemy.
Jesus.
I know we're amphibious troops, but fucking come on.
Our main targets today are the Dickers, Taliban spies who are known to report our movements by radio. And finally, they've taken the bait.
Lads, again, ICOM saying don't let the troops go anywhere.
Doug, basically, they reckon a compound...
A bit more ICOM saying, doesn't make you been at...
through an hotel, Roger, over. We have got ICOM, we've had two types of ICOM now. The second one was like the moving in and around towards the ditches. So there is somebody fucking watching us around here.
Yeah, you've got a bloke at the rear, mate, just come out of the compound, he's watching us.
A man is spotted. Farmer, insurgent, suicide bomber.
Yeah, he's clear.
Go for it, lads.
Nothing found, and still no sight of the Dickers.
They stop-start these patrols on a few metres down. Take stock of the situation, read what they call atmospherics. It's very quiet. Sometimes quiet's not good. Sometimes if the locals know something's up, they'll hide. They'll go into their compounds, lie low. That could be an indication that something's about to kick off. Or not. You just can't tell.
I just saw him perch the same bloke back in the trees, and Luke ran, he's back in the same position.
Then, Vicey spots two men who could be following us.
Where's that, Vicey? Directly to the rear, mate. The two guys stood there. They've watched. I've been watching them. They've watched all our drills coming right across this ground as we've got this far. If they move up to the next crossing as we're going up here, then let them have it. Yeah, Perds, maybe a warning shot from the bloke in front of you first, mate.
Somebody watching us, Les?
Yeah, to the rear. I'm just going to see if they keep moving up with us. We'll give them a warning shot.
Seems we're being watched by two suspicious characters. If they continue to follow us and monitor us, there's going to be a warning shot. If they continue after that, there'll be more shots. But they won't be warning shots.
3 feet down, 3 foot down. We're going to fire a one warning shot to two blokes that have been following us to the north behind us, over.
Yeah, Roger, keep eyes on.
A warning shot.
Les, see him now stood up and his mate's thinned out to the east. Roger, mate.
Vicey's warning shot has effect. The suspects move away. But do we follow them? Or is this all part of a ploy to lead us on to IEDs?
What are you thinking, mate? Don't feel right.
The farmers in the next field are asked if they recognise the two suspects and whether it's safe to follow them.
The local's saying he's scared to go that way. Whether the Taliban are there or not, I don't know.
We decide to follow carefully.
Yeah, Les, I'm reckoning the tree line's wired and they're obviously waiting for the fucking fireworks.
The next tree line may well be booby-trapped.
Let's push on then as quick as we can, get everyone across.
It's a great relief to get across the tree line. But the fact that we do is immediately reported by whoever's watching us in a burst of ICOM chatter.
They said that we are ordering. The other one said we are still there in their place. So the other one said, have you set up the big things for them? Big things means ID, command ID or something like that. Yeah. So the other one said, yeah, I set up for them that, no worries.
We are closing in on the Dickers, but because we know from a range of evidence, including the ICOM chatter, that they're drawing us onto IEDs or into an ambush, the Marines have to act fast.
There's about 4 or 5 blokes along the side there running out, having a look at us and then running back in. Update again, to our half right, we've just seen at least 5 males run into the back of a compound.
Just on the other side of the tree line, a volley of warning shots is unleashed.
Make sure you're fucking IDing though.
But the Dickers don't run away. They keep dodging behind a compound wall, phones to their heads.
Have a look. Hey? No waistcoat, just white. With a dark blue and another...
Sharpshooters take aim. This time, it's shoot to kill.
Go! Yeah, see?
Yeah, lads, fucking good shooting. We think we've hit 2. One of them scarpered off to the east.
Those shots have left at least 2 Dickers dead.
Have you got eyes on the body, over?
Yeah, roger. This is Turkey reference, you engage Dickers. ICOM is now saying careful, got one of them on it.
The lads at the front killed 2 of them, then it came over the ICOM, be careful. You know, they've cottoned on to what we're doing. One was on the corner there, he had a few rounds, but I think he might have got away. And then his mate, you know, they work in teams of 2, 3, 4 and 5. His mate came along there thinking he was clever with his ICOM going to walk in his hand against the wall. And then, well, good night, Vienna. That's him. Yeah, Sam, mate. Keep an eye on that corner as well, make sure you don't come out.
So, it looks like a 3rd Dicker has been killed. But the shock of killing another human being does not seem to visit these men immediately. It's something they absorb and have to remain matter-of-fact about. I've come to learn this is their way of dealing with it.
Les, what do you want to do about this body? No, mate, my body, the one I just killed.
As soon as we came through here, the Dickens green kicked off. It was mega happy days. We saw guys there and over there that were blatantly dicking us, you know, ducking in and out. Basically, they were talking about laying IEDs. So basically, we shot one of them, shot the other one, and then straight away, ICOM scanner said, you know, they've hit some of our guys, be careful. So massive result for us. Hit a couple of Dickers, you know, stop the ID lane and stuff. Some good shooting as well. Yeah.
I had eyes on that fucking guy.
299.
Gone behind that bush. Yeah, no.
But it's not over yet. More Taliban have been spotted.
So we're keeping eyes on, and if he pops his head out again...
Another man walking there.
Some bloke in a white dish dash.
Coming around that corner.
Seen. Hang on. He is.
No, well, stop. They're sending kids out, mate. They're jackers, fuck, aren't they? How could you send fucking kids out?
Why would the Taliban send kids out?
Because we don't shoot kids. So they can send their kids out to look at us to see what they're doing without us then engaging them.
Yeah, so...
That's cowardly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's terrible.
So if you just the information, all ICOM chatter, stop.
Yeah, because they're all dead.
Can you give me a quick sit rep?
Yeah, what's happening now is the ICOM chatter was suggesting we'd killed one of them and they were warning the others to be careful in the area. We PID'd another insurgent with an actual radio in his hand and we've engaged him. Since then there's been no more ICOM chatter on the net suggesting that the 2 people we've killed were the only 2 people with ICOM. The problem has been in the past we've not been able to PID actual radios or them actual dicking us. However, today they seem to be quite open about it, and even on the Sangas earlier we pinged quite a few radios and just didn't have time to engage. So it suggests they're getting a bit bold, which is good for us because we're able to deal with them.
Just to where they come out.
There's no one running across there, see him?
It's a kid. But there was a male that walked.
They got the burial party coming out now.
Just outside the compound, innit?
Yeah. Children about to approach the body now.
So we came out to lay an ambush, but in fact ended up responding to Taliban lookout stickers, 2 of which are now dead. But as far as the Marines are concerned, this is a big result, because that means it's two less people laying IEDs.
We're going over towards that body.
Roger. You got one, yeah?
There are 2, possibly 3 bodies up by that compound wall, which is clearly stirring up the locals. Nevertheless, the dead Dickers need to be identified. so a patrol is sent to do just that.
Can, if you think it's safe, get up on the body, okay, but obviously don't take any risks for that.
But have the survivors fled, or are they laying in wait?
Stop bunching up, lads. Fucking space out.
Green Eyes have got one fire male digging on the southeast corner of compound 41.
Yeah, Roger, we haven't got eyes on. They may be digging the bodies from that.
L Company has killed up to 3 Dickers or Taliban spies. I'm with 6 of the commandos who've been sent forward to check the first of the dead bodies.
We stay as safe as we can. As soon as we see anything dodgy or we think we're being fucking dicked or anything like that, we'll just pull back and fuck it off. Happy that over?
Yeah, Roger.
Is anybody watching the compound? Dust coming up, some kind of activities inside.
Some men have joined the children and are swarming around the bodies. The patrol sergeant becomes suspicious.
Be aware that there's already been local populace around that body messing with it. We don't know what they've done and they could have booby-trapped it for a start. We need to stay clear of that body.
Yeah, Roger, to be honest, I think we've done enough here. I think we're pulling back now. If you mark it up on the map where that position was, I'm not happy. We've been fixing this area for quite a while, so we're going to pull back there.
So, yeah, Roger, happy with that. Boss, Jim, do you want me on you?
Yeah, start leading off, lads. Basically, we're going to follow mortars. They've started moving now, and we're going to we're basically going to lead off pretty much the same route we came, but mixing it up straight back in. We've had our results. We'll call it a day from there over.
There's some indication there might be an attack. Could be that the Marines have riled a hornet's nest today. There's no way of knowing how the Taliban respond to these things. They could launch an attack, shoot and scoot as they call them, quick hit and run. They could just melt into the countryside and wait until another day.
After 8 hours on the ground, we make it back to the checkpoint, but no one feels safe until the final footstep into the compound.
Good effort, lad. Good effort.
That's a perfect temperature as well. That's just above volcanic.
Patrol complete.
That's my call sign 34, Delta's call sign complete in your location.
Local intelligence has already confirmed that those killed were known Taliban fighters.
It takes a couple, boss, isn't it?
Be happy now, lads, aren't they?
First one, centre of mass, guaranteed a hit.
So basically, that's the result. I mean, in terms of sort of teams that work around here, we have sort of 5-man teams. So that could be a whole team taken out straight away. So fucking good result, basically. Happy days, yeah.
Well, Bessie? Oh, yeah. Right now.
Oh, I enjoyed it, yeah. Yeah, got a few, didn't we? I
expected.
Yeah. I don't think they expected it. But yeah, no, it's always good to fucking get a bit of success, isn't it? Bit of justice. Dean Mead.
How was that for you guys? You all right?
Yeah, notch another one. No big, is it? One more to the tally. Just can't wait for the fucking sleep tonight. Night terrors. Oh dear.
The best word to describe them as fucking cowards. They realise they can't stand and fight us, they're just resorting to dirty tactics, you know, and prove how cowardice they are. I mean, they get children to do their dirty work for them, you know, send them out to watch us, then reporting to us, and women, you know, if they want to flipping take us on, take us on. Don't be fucking pussies about it. You know, I fucking hate them, all of them.
Next time,
there's 4 of them, 5 of them.
The Taliban attack, and L Company unleashes hell.
And that's next Monday at 9. The weather forecast is turning sub-zero this week, but luckily we've some guys on hand to make life a bit easier. Catch Winter Road Rescue brand new Thursday at 9. You've action with Bruce Willis up next in Striking Distance.